Hello, you're watching the English News Bulletin on QPVN channel. I'm Châu Nguyễn, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. 30 bodyguard commands handed over to provincial military commands. From scorching drill ground to historic square. Lạng Sơn GEOPARK receives UNESCO recognition. On June the 28th, State President Lương Cường met with voters in Hóc Môn and Củ Chi districts, Ho Chi Minh City.
During the meetings, voters raised concerns about ongoing challenges affecting daily life, urban infrastructure, planning, land management, and incomplete projects. They also shared thoughts on the transition to a two-tier local government model. State President Lương Cường praised the voters' heartfelt and responsible feedback. He urged the localities to mobilize all resources to ensure the seamless and effective operation of the new two-tier local administration system. The new system must not only function more efficiently, but also be close to the people, ensuring no disruption to daily life while providing maximum support to citizens and businesses. He also emphasized that Ho Chi Minh City must focus on strong leadership and effective, creative implementation of the party and state policies, especially the 4 key resolutions, to remain the driving force of the nation's development. The city should continue to promote socio-economic growth, maintain national defense and security, and ensure the well-being of its people.
On June the 28th, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính had a meeting with the UK business community and enterprises operating in Vietnam, outlining a vision for long-term cooperation in key sectors aligned with Vietnam's newly issued 4 strategic pillars. He called for 6 breakthroughs in Vietnam-UK economic cooperation.
At the meeting, delegates discussed strengthening Vietnam-UK trade ties amidst global economic challenges, addressing obstacles faced by British businesses in Vietnam, and promoting smoother trade and investment through agreements like the UK-VFTA and CPTPP. Concluding the session, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính called on the UK and its businesses to join Vietnam in pursuing 6 key breakthroughs in economic cooperation. First, let's strengthen our economic ties to be more practical, more effective, and based on mutual benefit. Second, let's work together on digital transformation, innovation, and Industry 4.0. Third, focusing on green growth and climate action, helping Vietnam reach net zero by 2050. Fourth, supporting us in healthcare, education, culture, and especially in making English our second language. Fifth, helping develop financial services and build an international financial center in Vietnam. And sixth, connecting Vietnamese businesses to global value chains and grow tech unicorns. Emphasizing the need to harness intelligence, time, and decisiveness to jointly achieve breakthroughs and overcome challenges, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính believed that nothing is impossible as long as there is determination, a clear plan, and actions based on mutual benefits, shared risk, understanding, sincerity, and trust.
Moving on to other noticeable military defense news. On June the 28th, the Vietnam Bodyguard Command and commands of military regions held a conference to officially hand over 30 bodyguard commands to provincial military commands. Sing Lieutenant General Nguyễn Văn Nghĩa, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, presided over the conference.
Speaking at the event, Sing Lieutenant General Nguyễn Văn Nghĩa stressed the importance of strictly implementing the conclusions and resolutions of the Central Military Commission on restructuring local military organizations. The party committee and command of the bodyguard will continue to directly and comprehensively lead the border management and force development work. He also called for close coordination between the Vietnam Bodyguard Command, military regions, and provincial party committees to ensure smooth leadership, seamless transition, and uninterrupted operations. Units must be properly staffed and equipped, with priority given to border posts in key areas. Attention should also be paid to accommodations and living conditions for officers working far from home.
On the morning of the same day in Khánh Hòa Province, Naval Region 4 Command held a conference to review its cooperation with the Vietnam Health Trade Union Organization in the 2023-2025 period. The participants assessed the outstanding results of cooperation over the past time, including the organization of dissemination activities, the fight to protect national sovereignty over seas and islands, exchanges and twinning activities between units of the two sides. Over the past 3 years, the Vietnam Health Trade Labor Organization and specialized hospitals have helped provide health checkups and treatment at Central Hospital for thousands of officers and soldiers of Naval Region 4 and their relatives, as well as providing modern medical equipment, helping the officers and soldiers feel more secure in the task of safeguarding the sacred sovereignty of the fatherland. On the occasion of the 78th Wounded Veterans and Martyrs Day, July the 27th, and the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day, September the 2nd, on the morning of June the 28th, in Yên Phúc Commune, Yên District, Nam Định Province, Company 207 under the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army coordinated with local authorities to inaugurate and hand over the Great Unity House to the family of Bùi Thị Đáo, a disadvantaged household in the locality. Nearly half of the construction cost is supported by Company 207, while the remaining cost and 50 working days of construction were covered by the family and neighbors. The house has been completed on schedule with decent quality, helping the families to stabilize their lives. This demonstrates the tradition of when drinking water, remember its source, and the spirit of the military joins hand for the poor, leaving no one behind, contributing to the effective implementation of the movement to eliminate temporary and dilapidated houses and build new-style rural areas nationwide. Under the burning sun of Ba Vì, Hanoi, forces participating in the Grand Parade have been industriously training, following resounding orders. This creates an atmosphere of determination and discipline. Engineering soldiers who are used to digging tunnels and opening roads are now devoting all their hearts and willpower to a particularly sacred task, the Grand Parade marking the 80th founding anniversary of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam on September the 2nd.
The scorching heat and high training intensity doubles the challenge to soldiers. In the scorching sun of Ba Vì, each training hour is an opportunity to prove physical endurance. To maintain training progress while ensuring soldiers' health, training time and methods have been deployed flexibly to the weather conditions. In hot weather, we train until 10 a.m. In the afternoon, we start training from 2:30 p.m. When it's very sunny, we take advantage of the shade for soldiers to practice movements on equipment. Upholding the tradition of paving the way for victory of the engineering corps, all comrades in the unit and I are determined to train hard, overcoming harsh weather conditions to excellently fulfill the missions. After hours of training endurance, there are joint training sessions where willpower of individuals contributes to collective strength. Each decisive and rhythmic movement forms a continuous flow. The most essential factor in forming a synchronized marching formation is that individuals must uphold self-discipline, responsibility, and determination, followed by solidarity and coordination among soldiers. Amid intense training hours and moments of relaxation filled with comradeship, the engineering units take turns organizing cultural performances right on the drill ground, giving each other spiritual strength. As night falls, a night gala is organized meticulously. Stage lights blended with bright ices create beautiful moments, becoming motivation for soldiers' training. We consider ideological education as a crucial task. With strong willpower, missions can be fulfilled, especially under the harsh weather of Sunday. No matter how difficult it is, we always stand side by side to encourage the troops. Each steady step is proof of their enduring will, iron discipline, and profound patriotism. They're heading for the nation's significant event, carrying with them the pride of engineering soldiers with the determination to create glorious moments on the historic Muddy Square.
Coming up next, Lạng GEOPARK receives UNESCO recognition. Vietnam's culinary presence rose in Russian supermarkets. A ceremony was held on the afternoon of June the 28th by Lạng Sơn People's Committee to receive the title of UNESCO Global GEOPARK, marking a milestone that the province now stands among the 50 countries boasting 229 parks within the Global GEOPARK network.
Presenting the title to leaders of the province, Chief Representative of UNESCO in Vietnam, Jonathan Wallace Baker, stressed that Global GEOPARK is a typical model where people live in harmony with nature, minimize negative impacts, improve livelihoods, and promote socio-economic development. Lạng Sơn GEOPARK offers valuable insights into the evolution of life over millions of years, and that studying its geological history can help nations better understand and respond to such global challenges as climate change. Nature is a common heritage, the foundation of long-term peace, so we need to join hands to protect it. Lạng Sơn UNESCO Global GEOPARK was established in 2021, covering an area of over 4,842 square kilometers, with a population of about 627,500. It is a gem in the northern mountainous region of Vietnam, possessing unique international geological heritage values with a system of majestic caves and sinkholes, as well as unique historical and cultural relics, creating a harmonious combination of geological, biological, and cultural values.
The Vietnam Tourism Roadshow in Europe recently took place in Prague, the Czech Republic, drawing travel agencies, tourism partners, and media of Czech. The event is a special highlight in the series of activities to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the diplomatic relations between Vietnam and the Czech Republic.
In his opening speech, Deputy Minister of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Vietnam, Hoan Phong, emphasized the strategic significance of the Vietnam-Czech relationship nurtured over the past 75 years on the foundation of trust, cooperation, and sustainable friendship, of which tourism is not only just a bridge of cultural connection, but also a driving force to promote people-to-people exchange and economic ties. He affirmed that the Czech market in particular and Europe in general are key markets of Vietnam and pledged to closely coordinate with partners in the Czech Republic to build specialized tourism products suitable to the needs of Czech tourists. This is a special tourism activity where tourism businesses and partners of Vietnam and Czech can connect and promote the exchange of tourists, especially in the context of Vietnam's recent preferential policies to attract visitors, including the government's Resolution 11 on conditional short-term visa exemption for Czech, Polish, and Swiss citizens. According to statistics, in 2024, Vietnam welcomed nearly 26,000 Czech visitors, and in just the first 5 months of 2025, the figure reached 16,000, showing the sustainable development potential of the tourist markets from the Czech Republic.
The first Vietnamese food stall in Russia, named Vietnam Corner, has recently been inaugurated at the Magnet Extra store in Moscow. This is part of the joint initiative by Vietnam's Masan Group and Russia's Magnet Group.
Over 150 Vietnamese products from fresh and processed fruits to beverages, tea, coffee, sauces, instant noodles, and many other popular items have been introduced to Russian consumers. The Vietnam Corner not only introduces Vietnam's diverse cuisine and items, it also conveys cultural strength and spiritual emotion, helping the Russian people better understand Vietnam as well as the traditions and people. It serves as a cultural bridge that contributes to fostering friendship and cooperation between the two countries. To have their goods sold in Russian supermarkets, Vietnamese brands must strictly comply with product quality regulations. The Russian side requires very strict compliance with their procedures, including rigorous inspection and testing for quality. Most importantly, products must be adjusted to best suit Russian taste. In the near future, with the capacity of a large group operating various supermarkets, types, and stores throughout Russian cities, Magnet plans to expand the Vietnam corner stores to all other cities and provinces across Russia.
And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at qpvn.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.